So Hesat 2030, Ending Hunger Sustainably, Nutritiously, and Equitably, is a global initiative that's designed to bring evidence and cost modeling together in a way that can give donors rapid, up-to-date current information to inform decision-making. Evidence synthesis is the process of bringing together underlying primary studies. And for those of you who are interested in overall numbers here, there's more than 1 million articles that are published every single year in the sciences, to the tune of something like every 7 seconds a new scientific article is published. So that's a lot of underlying information. And in order to not cherry pick that information, we need to have better processes to go through and create a research protocol that really walks people through the steps and the decisions of why any one of those 1 million articles would be included or discounted. So the evidence synthesis process is really trying to bring more rigor to an overall synthesis process by which we can always look back and understand the decisions that we make, have transparency in the data, and then really give decision makers kind of the confidence that allows them to say decisions were made based on the best available evidence now at any given point in time. One of the opportunities with evidence synthesis is because it's a really complex process with many different steps, is always to think about how do we optimize this process. And artificial intelligence, including large language models, like generative pre-trained transformer models, are one ways that we can optimize information. So what we try to do with an evidence synthesis is to really rely on the researchers to bring in their wisdom and their understanding of the content and use artificial intelligence to streamline the process. So one example of this is that every time we run a search for any evidence synthesis question, we get back thousands of titles and abstracts. Artificial intelligence can help us take away some of those titles and abstracts from the overall pool by asking researchers just to classify a handful of those. Based on the decisions then that researchers make, we can apply that to the whole data set and potentially save researchers, weeks and if not months of time in screening information that would ultimately be discarded anyway. Type of global aggregate and global analysis, we need to understand the information that comes from different regions, and that includes Latin America and the Caribbean. So the process of Avansar and the real focus here on Latin America enables other projects like Hesat 2030 to be able to include all of that underlying information as we try to make global projections and global aggregates that are useful for all decision makers, but in particularly global donors and global policymakers.